Good morning, my name's Chris Brown from Hydrogard Legal Services. I want to talk to you today about the things that the spray foam industry are saying about their products and to really get to question some of the things that they're saying. So, as an example, they will tell you things about open cell spray foam insulation. They will say that it's approved by mortgage companies, that you can get equity release. They will tell you it won't do any damage to your home. But I just want to answer a few of the most common things that they say, okay? So these companies start by saying that their product is energy efficient. And the sales companies that sell this say it reduces heat loss between 40 and up to 58% in some cases. Now, let me explain. If you have normal loft insulation to the government recommended standard of 270 millimetres, that is 270 mil loft fibre laid on your loft floor, that is thermally more efficient than 100 millimetres of spray foam installed between your rafters. Also, by taking away the loft fibre and then just installing into the rafters, you're actually having to heat a much greater area of your home, and therefore it's actually not thermally efficient to do that. So all you actually need is the standard loft insulation laid on your ceiling to the government recommended size, which is 270 millimetres. That's just under 12 inches deep. If you've got that, then you've got the best insulation you can have. One of the other things that they say is that it increases your health benefits. They claim that it improves indoor air quality. So let's look at this one logically. Rafters of your home, sitting in your loft, okay? They spray in between your rafters. And they say that by doing that, it improves the air quality in your home. So let me just ask you all a question. How can something installed at the top of your house improve the air quality in your kitchen, your dining rooms, your living rooms, or your bedrooms? It's physically impossible to be able to do that, okay? So therefore, that is a deliberate misrepresentation that they are showing to you, the homeowner. The next one is they say that it's eco-friendly. It contains no harmful or toxic gases. Well, the BBA certificates that these companies give out actually state in the BBA certificate that they contain harmful vapours. And if they don't contain any harmful vapours or any toxic gases, why, when they're spraying, do they wear full face breathable masks with oxygen on the back? Why do they wear full PPE suits, hazmat suits? They do that because it is dangerous, because it does contain poisonous chemicals. It won't hurt you when it's hard and when it's cured, but at the point of spraying, it is very dangerous, okay? And you should be out of your house, okay? Now, that is actually in their own BBA certificates that they provide. The next one that they tell you, they say it's fully breathable. Again, if it's fully breathable, then why do consumers have problems with condensation, damp timbers and wood rot? And why do the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors value the properties negatively? It's because they can't see it. It's wet when it is sprayed in. So they're actually spraying a wet product onto your wood. That's then sealing itself, okay? It's expanding, it's then curing. And that's then holding that water moisture on your damp timber, because that's what they've done. They've sprayed the product, and it generally covers at least 3/4, if not all, of the sides of the rafters. It generally only leaves the face of the rafter free. They claim it prevents mold growth. Now, again, if you've got a standard attic, one that you just use to store boxes, your old suitcases, pictures, stuff like that, you use it as a proper attic and it's cold, which is what it should be, unless you have it converted as a livable room. But if you're just using it as a standard attic and it is ventilated, then you wouldn't have had mold growth in it anyway. Any of the houses that I've lived in certainly haven't had mold ever in the loft. They've always had cold loft spaces, and they've always been breathable. So you have your eaves gap that should be maintained. The spray foam is always sprayed down into that. They will block air bricks. They will actually spray over air bricks or ventilation points. If you've got vented soffits, they are negated by the fact that the spray foam is sprayed so deep into the eaves that the air gap is just not maintained. So the only way you can actually get mold growth is if you stop air going into your property. Now, doing this, they claim that it stops mold growth. I'd actually say that it's probably the other way round. Insulating. It improves your home's EPC rating. I'll say what I said earlier. If you've got 270 millimetre of mineral loft fibre in your loft, the standard loft insulation, that is better thermally efficient than 100 mil of spray foam sprayed in between your rafters. So to be fair, that's probably not going to increase your EPC rating because you've already got yourself insulated correctly. This one I like. They claim that it helps with soundproofing. It helps to eliminate noise pollution. Now, imagine that you live in a semi-detached house or a terraced house, and you've got an elderly neighbour who turns his telly up and it's a bit loud. How does having your rafters insulated, how does that actually stop the noise coming into your living room from your neighbour? If you've got a neighbour who plays a loud radio in his bedroom, how does having your rafters insulated stop that? It's physically impossible. I'm not even going to say it will stop anything. What I'm telling you is that if you've got a bungalow or a 2-story house and your rafters have been insulated with spray foam on the basis that it will soundproof it, then I'm sorry, you've been misrepresented and it's been missold to you. It's sustainable and it reduces your home's carbon footprint. Again, if you have normal loft insulation to 270 millimetres, which is the current government standard, this is more thermally efficient than spray foam in your rafters. So it's no more sustainable than what you've probably had originally. And it's, again, I think you'll find that this is not a true fact. And then there's the bit that they tell you that mortgage companies and equity release companies will fund your property with spray foam. As of yet, we have not found any single mortgage broker or equity release provider here in the UK that will fund a property with spray foam installed in it. Now, I understand that if you're very elderly and you've been conned into buying this stuff, then I would say that you have a couple of choices. One, you can leave it in your house because it's not going to do you any harm now. You can leave it till the next person takes over your house. But if you decide that you need to downsize, you need equity release, or you need to raise funds for any reason, you will have to have the spray foam removed, because no companies out here in the UK at the moment, whether it's mortgage companies or equity release companies, no one will fund the property with spray foam. I hope I've answered some of your questions. My name is Chris Brown. It's HydroGuard Legal Services, 08000 748494. That's 08000 748494. Or you can call us on a local number, which is 01252 756 395. Thank you.